Hi guys, over the last few weeks we've seen Canada build a greater friendship with both the UK and the European Union. Of course, in direct response to Donald Trump and his threats. The US president has shown nothing but contempt for Canada, its political leaders and its people. The Trump administration has disrespected Canadian sovereignty and the relationship that has gone back centuries. Well, it seems enough is enough and the Canadians are angry.
The old relationship we had with the United States, based on deepening integration of our economies and tight security and military cooperation, is over. What exactly the United States does next is unclear. But what is clear is that we, as Canadians, have agency. We have power. We are masters in our own home. Nous sommes maîtres chez nous. We can control our destiny. We can give ourselves much more than any foreign government, including the United States, can ever take away. We can deal with this crisis best by building our strength right here at home. It will take hard work. It will take steady and focused determination from governments, from businesses, from labor, from Canadians. We will need to dramatically reduce our reliance on the United States. We will need to pivot our trade relationships elsewhere. And we will need to do things previously thought impossible at speeds we haven't seen in generations.
This is huge. We can't even imagine how huge this is. I've been trying to compare this with something on the other side of the pond, and it would be like Ireland saying to the United Kingdom, the relationship is over. It would be like France saying to Germany, the relationship is over. There's no more integration of our economies. There's no more mutual respect. The relationship is finished, at least for now. And you can't blame Canada. Because what have they received from Donald Trump's administration? Threats of tariffs and then tariffs. Trump and his administration, is not just Donald Trump, it's also his administration, have treated the Canadians and its leaders with nothing but contempt. They've described Canada as the 51st state. They've described the Prime Minister of Canada as the Governor of Canada. And it's not just Trump, it's also people around him. And the Republican Party has not held Trump back. They have not called him out. He is damaging the United States on the world stage. He's damaging the United States for ordinary people over there. They're going to struggle. They're already struggling. It's just going to get worse. Canada is going to go through a very difficult time. Now, the people are rallying around the flag. They're rallying around their leader. There's a great sense of unity in Canada. They see the United States not as a friend or ally, but as a threat. Donald Trump has become that threat. But it's going to be very difficult because, as Mark Carney has pointed out, their economies are deeply intertwined. They have been doing this. This has been a process over many decades. And their relationship over the last number of centuries has come to an end. This is huge. This is not rhetoric. This is not him playing political games. This is real. Donald Trump and people around him want to engage in empire building. I said before, they want to go back to the 1800s. They want to annex Canada. They want to annex Greenland. They want to take control of the Panama Canal. They want to take control of Gaza. This is empire building. This is not respecting international law. This is not respecting international norms. Those norms and those laws are gone now. Canada has seen a belligerent neighbor treat its people with disrespect. A number of people have been harassed by immigration officials, American immigration officials, and this has rubbed the Canadians very much the wrong way. They're angry. And I think Mark Carney is channeling that anger. You know, there have been boycotts of American products. The American national anthem, the US national anthem, has been booed at events. I think the relationship across the border is breaking down. The American people don't want this. The vast majority of Americans are not supportive of these actions. It's a small minority, but of course they're in power. They're in control at the moment. There is the hope that this can be fixed, but the relationship that was about building cooperation is over. It can only truly be fixed, and I think this is something that we need to remember. The relationship between Canada and the US and Europe, the US and other neighbors around the world, other countries around the world, it can only be rebuilt when people like Donald Trump and his administration are in prison. These people need to be arrested. They need to be put in prison. They are destroying people's lives. They're destroying America on the world stage. It can't be the Democrats get back into power and then a few years later Donald Trump or someone like Donald Trump is back in power again. It can't. There needs to be a real reset. We can't go into a situation like this once again. There will come a day, a bright day, when all of this is over, where people, maybe, I don't know Donald Trump himself, but people in his administration are behind bars. We don't know when that will happen, but it will happen. It has to happen. These people should not be anywhere near the levers of power. So there will come a day when the relationship can be rebuilt. It's going to take time, but it will not be, a bit like Brexit, it will not be like it was before.